why a non-Trump supporter will be reacting to a Trump advertisement that was recently released. Everybody, we're going to do that today on Speechless. Cut for time. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Speechless Cut for Time. I'm your host, Phares, 22-year-old conservative college student out of Central Illinois, host of Speechless on Cities 92.9, the news and talk of Bloomington Normal. But I can't necessarily fit everything I want to talk about into my 2-hour radio show on Sundays, which you can tune into live here on this channel. All you got to do is subscribe and then bring that notification bell, put it to all, almost to 1,000 subscribers. So do that. And if you like this video, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and comment what you think. Today, I have in studio my boss, my good friend, Kat Peterson. How's it going?
Oh, it's going so well, Kev Phares. Thanks so much for having me on the program.
Of course. And so Kat Peterson, like I said, my boss said, Kev, I know that you have been favorable to DeSantis, and like I've always said on this show, if the election were held today, that's who I'd be voting for. I'm not against Trump. He's just not my first choice. But she said he's got a new ad out right now, and you have to check it out. I want you to blind react to it on your channel. And so we've got it right here for you guys. Kat and I, Kat's already seen it, I'm sure. Yeah. But we're going to react to it right here. Let's take a look.
I've seen it about 100 times.
About 100 times already. So we're going to take a look. We're going to take a listen, and I'm going to do my best to be impartial as much as I can. I know that's not really a thing. That's why the lamestream media is out there, because they got to push a woke narrative all the time. But don't worry, I'll do my best. As a marketing major, as a political science major, I think I can do my best to remain impartial on this. Let's take a look and a listen.
With Trump taking a commanding lead and Bidenomics hurting American families, genius Hillary Clinton has come up with a way for Biden to win.
There needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members. Formal deprogramming of the cult members. Deprogramming of the cult members.
A brilliant plan. And here's what that would look like.
Pay attention. Joe Biden will defeat him. Biden has done an amazing job.
But there's one small problem.
The basket of deplorables.
Working Americans aren't idiots. And they know who's on their side.
To American workers watching their take-home pay shrink and watching inflation destroy their family and their lives, to all of you, I have your back. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
So wow. That was actually, I will admit, off the bat, I am very impressed with that ad. I'm very impressed with it visually, the messaging, everything like that. And I want to get your thoughts, but as I'm blind reacting to it, the first thing is the biggest reason why I love this ad is because it doesn't go after Republicans. It doesn't go after other Republicans. That's one thing that I've really disliked. And obviously, I understand the idea of a primary is to set yourself apart from the other people in the primary. And so I understand needing to go after Republicans. But I felt as though a lot of Trump's campaign so far has been relentless attacks against DeSantis. And right now, especially right now, even before, but right now, especially, our Republican Party is heavily fractured. I mean, look at what's going on with the Speaker of the House issues, right? And so to remind everybody that the enemy is not necessarily the people within your own party. Now, there are some within our own party that are working with the establishment and stuff like that. I don't believe that to be DeSantis. There are others that are on those debate stages that I would 100% say are part of that establishment that are the overall. But we know that the biggest threat is not just the establishment. It is also those that are actively trying to say, in that quote from Hillary Clinton, which I've reacted to on my show before, the deprogramming is stark, and it's saying the quiet part out loud. And so the symbolism that he uses of the black and white world in the 1984-esque lines of gulag, almost deprogramming, reprogramming, everything like that. And then it turns to color once everybody is exposed to the truth. And kind of the funny-ish part of where he's like, working Americans aren't idiots. It's a very simple statement. It's true. Working Americans aren't idiots, but having the voiceover that usually comes on and says things that sound a little bit more professional, and then then it comes out with a basic truth like that, was very, very, the juxtaposition of that I thought was very fun. and then it's everybody is shown Trump. Trump is the truth. Trump is. I think it's very funny, and I like it. What are your thoughts, Kat?
Oh, I've watched it so many times. I love it so much, and you're so right. This is the first ad that I think where Donald Trump is not attacking somebody. Now Hillary Clinton is of course featured in it, but it's not even really attacking her. It's just dubbing her own words to this ad. So it's not even like going after Hillary Clinton and what was it, Crooked Hillary,
Yep.
right? A lot of his marketing up to this point has been, I'm going to attack Democrats and I'm going to attack Republicans.
But
Now,
but a
Donald
lot
Trump
of it,
is
like I
just
said, a lot of it
running.
was towards DeSantis. Like
Oh yeah.
and I really disliked that because and while again I understand a little bit of attack towards there and saying like I am the better candidate, I get that. But every time that somebody would ask him about his record, Trump, a lot of times he'd bring up DeSantis when DeSantis wasn't even mentioned, and it was really pissing me off.
Yeah. No, well, and here's the thing. He doesn't have to. So the whole, like we've seen in polling, and I understand the polling, right? We've seen him only go up in the polls, Donald Trump. Now, Ron DeSantis has gone up in the polls too, but he's nowhere near what Donald Trump is when it comes to the polling, right?
Yep. That's
here's
factual.
the thing. Donald Trump not participating, and I know you really wanted him to participate in those debates. Donald Trump not participating in those debates was the best thing for him because he has this knack, this ego, right? He will get down and he will start calling people names, Ron DeSanctimonious, things like that. And I don't think that does anything for him at this point because he's so not a contender in the Republican primary. He's outside of the Republican primary. I really don't think that he needs to get down and like do these attack ads against, because he's so outside of it because of everything that's happened. He's running as, hey, look what they're doing to me, they're gonna do it to you, kind of thing. I'm running as revenge Trump. That's what he needs to do. Running as this like, oh, 2016 Trump is not going to work here. 2016 Trump was like, oh, you're a swamp creature, you're a swamp creature, you're a swamp creature, you're this, that, and the other. That worked for him in 2016, but guess what, Trump? You didn't drain the swamp, and it's not really working for you. You need to come back and you need to be revenge Trump. And this is pretty cool where he's like, he's not going after even Democrats in this. He just let the Democrats write it themselves.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good.
No, absolutely. I think the biggest thing about this ad that will become an attack on it is Trump is trying to make this election about Hillary. Hillary's not even the candidate. And that's not my attack on it. I'm just like trying to think of like what people will say about it that will be negative. And so I think that you will have people that will come out and say that Trump is stuck in 2016 or he's stuck in 2020.
Here's the thing. I don't think Hillary's going to announce, but she is kind of doing this shadow campaign for whoever is going to.
Well, I mean, she even they mentioned it, and this would be my rebuttal to that argument, that hypothetical argument that I came up with, is that he plays the clip of Hillary saying Joe Biden's doing a good job. Yeah. So he brings it back into what 2024 is about. Now, is that enough for people not to make the argument that I said? Probably not. But
she's also running some sort of weird, I mean, for her to go out on, I don't know where she was at, CBS, NBC, one of the journalists.
I think that was Sky News, actually, maybe. Or no, Sky News was a Janet Yellen thing I did. But no, I know what you're saying. It was a lamestream media. She goes out.
Why would she go out and, call for the deprogramming of Trump supporters if she's not trying to spin this narrative? And I think that they're all doing it. So JB has this new, JB Pritzker, he has this new Think Big campaign where he's going around and doing all kinds of ballot initiatives, campaigning against because that's on the left, right? Campaigning against pro-life. He's like, he's getting ballot initiatives out there for abortion access in different states. So he's taking it nationwide. He's going outside of Illinois. And that's Joe Biden's biggest gripe, because under him, he didn't secure abortion access at a federal level. He has yet to do that because he's not defying.
In fact, under his presidency, it was the quote unquote right to an abortion was taken away.
Yes. So, well, that's what the left is so peeved off about. They want him to defy the Supreme Court.
Yep.
And what you've got going on here is Hillary Clinton, JB. They're running a shadow campaign for somebody, whether that's Gavin Newsom,
Yeah.
Kamala Harris, or
I think they're consistently prepared to install a new candidate. I think that's what they're doing. And so maybe I have heard that name floated around. I don't know. But I do want to say, as we're wrapping this up here, is that it is so ironic to me that JB Pritzker's campaign thing that he's running is Think Big, because there's no one bigger than JB Pritzker. Everybody, what do you guys think about that advertisement? What do you think's going on with 2024? Who are you, if the election were held today, who would you vote for and why? Again, I'm always open to the discourse. Thank you guys so much. Tune into my show on Sunday. Always check out Conservative Kat Peterson on YouTube. She's got daily content that she comes out with as well. Kat Peterson 929 is hers. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, comment what you think, and share it with your friends. God bless you guys. God bless America. And until next time, this has been Speechless. Cut for time.